G'day punters, welcome to the mailbag preview. Look who's beside me, it's Jack Dickens, he's back in town, good to see you. Skinny little faggot.
Welcome back.
How are you feeling after Sheila Rang was retired, Scott?
It's not one of mine.
Did you go and order the Scott Darby job?
What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
Scott Darby, look him up. He's short, nuggety, God botherer.
God botherer.
You look exactly like him.
Look
at it.
Had the haircut today, mates. It's like when they shave the horses for the spring. Same sort of thing.
So you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I'm fired
I've
up.
heard massive things about you while I've been away.
Yeah, I'm a man about the world, as you know. But anyway, look, Drewsy's here. You're going to run this. Let's cut the shit out with Dicko, being Dicko. Get into it.
Yeah, straight into it. Obviously, let's talk about product to start with. Movers. How good was today, boys? Had a bit of bad luck, but
it wasn't good. It was fucking annoying.
Finished really well.
We backed horses at double figures that started at half the price.
13s into 6s.
Christian Reith, he just hates me. I cursed. It sounds like there's a lot of people who are on it, like outside of our little group.
Yeah.
And he slaughtered it.
Yeah.
Just remember, he's the jockey that rode one of my horses first ever start, and it lost in a photo that took about a minute and a half to judge, and he weighed in a kilo over.
Oh.
Half a kilo over, mate.
You're never going to like him after that, are you?
He's just having a few beers, mate. You just got to go easy on people.
He's no good.
Speaking of which, we've heard you'll be probably weighing a little bit over at the moment as well.
Why is that?
Well, your pocket's full.
Oh, mate, I'm only just a battler doing my level best. But we'll get through. But I don't mind backing Paddy Payne horses. So when those movers bets come out today, I had more on the last than I did the others. So it was good. It was good.
You do play them pretty well, eh?
I tend to, it's like a lot of the form I do, I like good trainers and good jockeys.
But like the first bet today was a bet to nothing. Like,
yeah,
we took 850, it started 350 fair, hard.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm out.
Yeah, and
I'm not out. Like, it's a risk-free bet almost.
Probably got the perfect ride when you look back.
I would like a little bit more urgency in the second section there.
Yeah, but I just don't think
now,
it
boys,
was winning.
Couldn't catch that horse.
Yeah,
he was not catching it in the straight.
The tips have been the Ronda Rouse, but we're talking about something that not everyone's got access to. So there's spots available. Get on the website.
2 spots left.
Yeah, we've had 2 drop off.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's get into it.
Mounting Yard Mail, Dicko and Caulfield. Rob up in Sydney at Randwick. I'll be there sitting next to him watching him hone his craft. And Pete will be at Belmont.
Yeah, Pete, on Wednesday, I was actually busy in the Finance Hub of Melbourne here, Premier Finance in Glen Iris. And yeah, I was flat out, didn't have a bet, and text messages were going off. But Pete sent through big bet. I copped $12.50 on the fair, and it was never in doubt. So I mean that helps. That really helps things. And then his 2 biggest
He
bets.
declared the thing in the last.
Yeah, but I mean that was $2.30, but it still won.
Still declared it. He hasn't declared.
It's won by 4 lengths.
Yeah,
it's easy as what you said.
What we've done now is everything's recurring. So when you start to get the stuff, you see how each of us sort of operate. If Pete or Rob declare a favourite, I'll sort of double what they say to do.
Yeah, of course, me too.
It doesn't happen too often.
but the units are units. But when you find when you're strongly tipping $12 winners or $12 on the fair, I think I might have paid $9.60, $10 best tote. Buddy, tip me your hat.
What about just before we get started? I slaughtered one yesterday with the little Russian thing, Moscow Red.
Yeah.
Now, what are we doing with Henry Dwyer? Because I wrote in the text, this thing's perfect, but Henry can.
Yeah, we know what my thoughts are.
Was he back though?
Depends how big the needle is. Don't
say that. I think that's too funny.
That's
a joke, guys. It's a light-hearted
Yeah,
joke.
tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I would
Needle in rub.
I would in short say that I said on the show last week or the week before when he got the winner at Caulfield in the race 1.
Well, one winner doesn't mean shit though.
Yeah, but you want to see him at least winning something in city class before you see him.
You were telling me you might have turned the corner, but I
Yeah.
said calm down, Drew. And then maybe you're right.
Well, he was on the just Penham list, right? He was.
Well,
So-
we both had something on ability
But
last Saturday.
he's still got to eat.
Yeah, but,
Something very small.
yeah, but
The bloke's still got to eat. He's going to be training. I think it all just comes down to his strike rate. The strike rate has probably decreased, and you just take that into consideration.
Yeah, but what scared me the most was when we were at Swan Hill. This is one of the nights I wasn't assaulted. One of the racing manager or one of the really connected guy at the stable declared ability. Like they were sure. He was doing it to everyone around.
Oh, look.
And the horse went
But
horrible. Like, if they don't know what that's doing,
But the best judges are form analysts. Look,
yeah.
Jockeys and trainers.
There's something not right with ability.
100%.
Structurally.
Just hasn't come back from the injury that it had in the off season.
His knees don't look right.
If they sent it to Warrnambool with DK Weir, it'd be running the Everest.
It'll go to Weir soon.
You have to. He even got that thing to win on Saturday. The answer.
Oh, they just rode it properly.
Yeah. Okay, let's get straight into it. Yep. Caulfield, race 1, BM84 over 1,700 metres. Speed map looks
Fillies and Mares race.
Yep. Miss Siska going forward. Miles of Christian, Seductive Miss, Room to Rhyme. And then next one's probably sitting just off them, Tag Reader and Remember the Name with Lopa Tega, who's backing up, I'm pretty sure.
Right, Drew. That's
prices, man.
We have Natalie, $2.15. Miss Siska and Remember the Name, $5.50. Mar Jones, $6, and Longer the rest.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go, then I'll go. All through the show, so it's smooth.
Yep. I don't know if it'd be smooth. I mean, I'm here. Had a couple of beers. Dicko's bought mountain goats, so everything's going grouse. I don't think that map's 100% right.
What do you got? What do you got?
I think Natali will be in front of Remember the Name, and I thought there's only 2 chances.
I thought Remember the Name might kick up though, because it's drawn 3.
Well, if it does kick up, it probably won't suit its pattern as well. Like I'm with Nantali, but it's rock bottom odds. This is a horse I think the stable got a really good opinion of, but at $2.20, it's a bit short for me. It's not a race that I'll be working too hard on. 2 from 8, or Nantali from Remember the Name, I should say.
I think I totally agree with you. Natali's the one to be, but it's rock bottom. A horse like Crafty Devil, good parade, a little bit of market support, like the right sort of support from the stable. It could improve a little bit here. Hit the line pretty well. I'm happy to pen the Oklahoma Girl. Its times are really poor in Sydney relative to what it needs to do here. Tagrita is a horse that if we can get 25s, 35s on the fair and it parades well, which it normally does, if I bet into the race, which is no guarantee I will, would be a save at the very least. It's one of those horses that
on the track pattern as well. Rails out 3 metres, so the first race you're still getting a feel for things a little bit as well.
Yeah, and a horse like Mar Jones can easily win this. Ben Allen's going really well. Yeah, but it's a really dodgy little race to open the card, I reckon. Mm-hmm. I'm not really interested in betting.
Nothing for me. Race 2, 1,100 metres, mares. Do odds first this time. Relito, $2.30. Creativity, $4.20. True Excelsior, $5.50. Crystal Fountain, $7. Longer the rest. Modern Wonder, True Excelsior and Creativity, the 3 that will be going forward. Probably Modern Wonder leads again, but I'd have a query on that because of how poorly it ran last start. Crystal Fountain behind them and Beyond the Dream behind that. We've quite a few at the back.
Geez, Relito's rock bottom in this class of field, I reckon, and where it maps. It's going to get well back against the fence. Yeah. Freedman Stable's got a big opinion of Crystal Fountain. Did trial Cranbourne well, but I didn't mark it on top. Creativity is a good fresh horse, and I think I said a while back it's a good sprinter. I was with I did this was one, obviously race 2, I did this Wednesday night, and I didn't look at the odds, and I thought I was happy to lay Crystal Fountain and Relito, but I didn't think Crystal Fountain would be $7. I think it will shorten, and I'll get it in shorter than $7. Relito will drift.
To what though, do you reckon?
Oh, $2.30 to $2.80 or $3 or something.
I marked it $3.
Yeah, it's got to get out. It's not suited.
But see, if Creativity rolls forward and True Elixir rolls with it, and Modern Wonder kicks up, all of a sudden it is suited. Because Crystal Fountain will go. Overstep, I think, is the average in the race. It should be shorter than it is. There's 2 good toes into the straight. Like, Craig hasn't even really done anything yet. It's just 5 horses' asses.
I don't think the pricing of this market's 100% right, and when we get to Saturday, it'll change.
I agree with you 100%.
I thought bookmaking wise, that Crystal Fountain and Relito would be the 2 favourites, and I might have been able to put each of 2 in at like $2.80 and $4.20, and have the others running for me for a bit of a book. When I say the others, like Creativity's been a really good horse for me. I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. And what odds we got True Elixir, Drew?
Sorry, I've moved on.
That's all right.
Stable's going worse than a month ago.
550.
Yeah, so 5. See, it's short.
It'll start $10.
Yeah, it'll start $10, and it's a chance at $10.
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
can
be
win, but it'll start $10.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
it should.
poisonous stable.
Yeah,
Has been for a long time.
they're the wrong. The market's incorrect in this race, in my opinion.
I thought that Overstep was over the odds, and so was La Bella Diosa. They
Yeah.
were the two. But it's again like I want to sort of see a little bit more happen. I want to make sure every horse is in this race. If True Elixir or Creativity was scratched, or Modern Wonder was scratched,
Most of
then
these
I'll be a
horses,
lot keener on a front runner.
most of these horses have got a chance of winning.
Yeah.
It's just the odds are drastically going to change come race
Yeah,
time.
on a
in
hard
my
day
opinion.
heading into a big spring, I'd be keener. I'd suggest if you're sort of picking a bank, just very small bets, La Bella Diosa and Overstep here.
Go to the bar and get a mid-strength just to get you through for 40 minutes.
I just mentioned best horse
Yeah,
in the
you
race.
drink 8 of them during the day and keep yourself afloat.
Drive home.
No, you can't drive home, but keep your shit together.
Do you drive home from the footy on Sunday?
Yeah, in an Uber.
No, I drove home.
Yeah, but you're a fucking idiot.
You came to football, watched two football teams playing finals. Who's the fucking idiot?
You got told
You
by a
follow
14-year-old girl that I hate you. There's this poor 14-year-old girl there, and Dicko's just calling. He's a coward. He's a squib.
Did I swear once?
No, not at all.
And what did the father say? I said some of the best chat we've heard all year.
Yeah, and then the 14-year-old just said, I hate you. Like, if she had a knife, she would have just like stuck it in your ear. Oh.
Yeah, they're all bagging Buddy because he's on so much money. They're paying.
I was bagging
Jesse
Buddy.
Hogan 800.
If he was a
They're
greyhound,
paying Buddy 1.2, Jesse 800.
Look,
Do the maths.
if Buddy was a greyhound and he's shot, he doesn't chase. He needs a live kill. It's been a while since he's had a live kill. He's been with Jacinta too long. When he's played it, I thought
he hasn't had a live kill. You reckon
Mate, it's like running around Sandown Park every week. He needs to go to a different track. He went to 100 tracks in 100 days in Melbourne. Right. You're going to head into the race.
Can you focus on the racing?
Yeah.
It's distracting me.
I'll just quickly add in, La Bella Diosa is probably the best horse in the race. It's a Group 1 winner over in New Zealand over 1,600 metres. And you're getting $14 to place. It's probably the wrong distance, but...
Best horse in the race, Drew.
I can see, yeah, it's by far the best. It's Group 1 winner. Where are the other Group 1 winners in this race?
Yeah, where did win the Group 1?
New Zealand, but...
It's like, did you win a Doomben or like, come on, man.
What, you're going to discount a Doomben Group 1 compared to listed grade
Well,
ones?
I'd rather a horse win a Group 2 at Caulfield than a Group 1 at Doomben.
Yeah, well, none of these won a Group 2, have they?
What odds are we race 3?
Yeah.
Well, let's get into race 3 then.
Race 3 is big race.
BM 78 over the 1,100 metres, huge field. A good yarn 420, 7-year reward 650, Plutocracy and Highland Beat 850, Oberlin 950, and Double Jeopardy 950, Spirit of Aquata 850, longer the rest.
This speed map is tricky. 7-year reward can go forward. Carlingford can go forward. Nordic Empire and Double Jeopardy drawn wide can roll hard forward. Petite Reward has speed. Star Fortune with Ollie on will probably get the box seat.
You got a capacity field over 1,100 metres.
Yeah, speed's on.
It's on. So with that in mind, when I did the form, there's a horse here which is back in distance that trialled very well at Cranbourne. And it's got Ben Mellon on board.
Oh, Mellon.
Spirit of Aquata. It trialled really well. It's
We're going to have to start betting before we post this. Because I'm with you.
yeah. I think it's about the right odds. I don't think we're getting any real value, but
No, this is a great race to bet into because they've got horses real short here.
yeah.
And they can't drift that far. And when the market tightens up,
Well,
you're going to be getting big odds of...
I thought Spirit of Aquata might have been a bit better odds, but it trialled well. On its best form, it's got a good chance. Discount those last 2 runs. Obviously, something's wrong. They got it right because it's trialled well at Cranbourne, as I've said for the 4th time in 30 seconds. A good yarn could not have been more impressive at Geelong. The query is, it was at Geelong on the synthetic. I'm not a big fan of the synthetic form, but it couldn't have won any better. And it's gone 103.96 time-wise, which is good. I'm not talking benchmarks. I'm just talking race time.
Interesting that you bring that up because you did go to a Betfair data event.
I did go. That was
But you didn't take a laptop. It confused me.
I don't know how to write code. I sat next to the bloke and he told me he turns over 50 million
50 mil.
in bots. Yeah. but it might be in and out and the rest of it. And then he goes, you'd have to hold 10, 12,000 every race. On a sad day, I'm like, yeah, mate, yeah, absolutely. That's why I go to the finance office and want finance. Jesus.
Get any merch out of it?
There was some merch involved, but
Food?
there was some food involved, there was some beers involved, there was a mineral water and a Coke, spring rolls.
Did you have to pay $4.50 for the water?
Oh.
No, so it's none of that. But I went to the data. It was interesting to watch these data nerds, what they do. Well, that's what they are. They identify as data nerds. But it's the coding and the scraping and look, this is off topic, but they do things completely different to what I do, obviously. Now, this is why Jelco and these mobs have moved offshore, because they've got the data nerds and then they've got the people looking at them on the track and then they've got the form analysts and they've got the money and they just can just whack it straight in. That's why they've just got so much edge, because they've covered all bases.
And they're paying no tax.
And that's why they moved over there to pay no tax, but they don't want to bet on Australian racing anymore, which is going to be a severe detriment to the industry, because people wouldn't understand how much they bump up the tote pools. And a couple of these blokes are betting on greyhounds as well.
There was a really interesting business betting podcast with a greyhound guy. Worth listening to.
So there's a lot going on, but yeah, look, we've got some really good friends at Betfair, and they're on the same level of sickness as us, and then they can just introduce me to a variety of different kinds of sick. It's just good. So it was good, and there's a big spring launch coming up too there at Betfair, where they've got some big keynote speakers involved.
We're having a mid-year Christmas party for the mailbags.
It's a mid-year Christmas party every day when we're back in Winners, but I'm just getting fucking the size of the house. Got to slow down. I tore the arse out of my suit on Friday. I went to the great Alan Cleary's funeral.
You love Drizzy. How many times have you done that?
Not recently, actually.
I was getting out of a taxi and I don't know if the bottom of my cuff got caught on my heel, and anyway, I ripped the arse out of my suit, but I did manage to go to Lucky Cock and Boutique, pull stumps in and rip with the arse out of my pants, actually. And fronted up to Flemington on Saturday for a...
You were not well.
Yeah, I'm not well at the best times. Anyway, so Spirit of Equator I like.
Each way, or you back in something else? A good yarn
if it was trained by someone else, maybe a lot shorter. Merv McKenzie at Warrnambool. Yeah. Overland is a really... it can improve out of sight on its run last start. And I think Drew probably at Plutocracy. Actually, I reckon the bloke to me left to me back
left.
Plutocracy.
Plutocracy
Heavy one day at big odds when it got beaten for a second.
41s was it, Drew?
Yeah.
But I was going
to jukebox or Merchant Navy.
It was jukebox, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I was going to go with 18 and 7, but 7 will go. 18 will take out nothing in my book, and Overland and Plutocracy will take out very little as well. Big field, hopefully people are betting. Fill the coffers.
Yeah, well, all right.
I spent 6 minutes on talking shit about ripping my ass out of my pants and data.
Yes, we did have fun. Plutocracy, yeah, I'm backing it. Each way. The trial big, it goes good fresh. It's a horse with ability. It's a really nice mover. It's sound. I think it'll improve as it continues to race. It sort of just needs even luck and to just be a little bit tougher, which is every chance it is off the way at trial. If I didn't go each way here, which I still might do, I want to back Double Jeopardy. It's the wrong price. It was a huge run.
Oh, yeah.
It's stuck on as good as anything did last week. It's beaten good horses before that. It'll cross here or sit 3 wide or 4 wide, but it's rock hard fit. If leaders are on, it'll kick. Plutocracy, don't lose Star Fortune, gets run of the race and gets Ollie on. And then if I do overdo it, the other one is Spirit of Equator. And because there's so many here, you can play around with probably even... You could throw in 2 or 3 more if you're Dutching.
And you'll get good prices on all of them. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, because it's provided you're leaving out a couple, that are in the market.
7-year rewards are prime when
I'm leaving out a good yarn. I'm leaving out Nordic Empire. Like, how is it that price, for God's sake?
Yeah. It's just
Highland Beat. Like, the Highland Beat won't know what to do. It's been rolling forward. It can't roll forward here.
No.
Be back wide and near back.
Yeah. I would just say 7-year rewards going to drift to double figures would be my projection on it. It had every chance to win last start at Sandown on a bias track and it just couldn't do it.
It's a really busy tactical race. Yeah. And McLean, you're not going to get odd. It's not going to shorten. I agree with you.
Okay, should we move on? Race 4, Caulfield, 1400 metres, BM84.
Capacity field.
Massive field. Streets of Avalon off the win last start and $3.90. You've got the Avenger and Wheel Leisure with Red Define and our Peaky Blinders all around the 7.750 mark, and you got much longer the rest.
Yep, okay, so this is good, has been good for me in the past. I'm upstairs at level 3 Caulfield.
You want the speed map?
No, I don't want the speed map, doesn't matter. I'm going to let loose here.
Go for it.
I'll be top odds Streets of Avalon until I'm too full. So if anyone wants to come up and back it with me, come up and say g'day. Barrier 16.
So what that is behind the betting ring, behind the parade ring, you walk into the grandstand. You got the big betting ring on your left,
proper bookmakers.
And you got the sort of bar on your right. Walk through up the escalators, then turn and go up again. Then you'll find Walshy there.
Yep, come and ask for a price. A couple of blokes have done it before, which was good. So I'm happy to lay Streets of Avalon, and it's not going to map well from Barrier 16 anyway.
No.
Oh, I think it's borderline. No. I'm keen here on another horse of mine that's back. Gets the bar plates off for the first time ever. Mr. Churchill. Damien Thornton, Greg Urell. Map's pretty nice. I think it can sort of slot in. I don't even care if it's 3 wide. It'd be so much cover and be busy. If it parades well, I'll be fucking launching here each way. Going really hard each way. This is a horse with ability that if you remember at Moonee Valley, we had a good bet at it, and Stockdale slaughtered it.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to, wasn't trying.
I reckon a little bit of rain around or just next couple of days is going to help it as well.
Yeah. What else do I like? I thought Sadaka was overs, big overs. Oliver can't run. Ollie's not going to ride a horse that goes around like $81, $90 on Saturday.
Yeah, he likes it, not geld.
Anaheim is the other one here. So if they burnt it,
It's been gelded, Anaheim.
gelded. I was just going to say that.
A bit like me, fucking gelded. Right.
I'll just add one in at $31. I had no luck last start on a leader bias track. Divine Mistrati, 1200 up to 1400, absolutely suited. I can't have it that long.
I don't know whether to be scared or what, but that was.
Well, I'll add one
If
here.
you didn't cut me off, I was going to mention Divine Mistrati be the other one. So.
I'm going to add one in at $26. Got the goss. It was a weird snick last start. They pulled the thing up. Watch the replay.
Gets Chop King on.
Chop King on.
Yep.
Dean Yendall off. Yendel's been riding shit house the last 3 months in the city. He can ride. Like, there's no worries about that. But he's just, as in the city, he's just been a bit off. But I thought Got the Goss was big value. I thought Arkham Knight should nearly have been favourite with the Rat aboard. It won't miss the kick. It's going to get the run of the race, Arkham Knight. Redefine probably leads. It was good enough at Sandown. The Avenger, its run last start was poor, but it wasn't run to suit.
Two-back run was good.
Wheel Leisure trialled very well at Cranbourne, but
Doesn't it want what? 2,000 plus?
It does, but it went through the line very well at Cranbourne in the trial. I'm just saying, but I'll be back and Got the Goss each way, and I'll be standing Streets of Avalon out the gate. If anyone comes up and the price is under, this means because if it gets beat, I'm going home to eat the wallpaper. It'll be full.
This sounds like a race where I'm going to have to watch this back, and I'm going to have like a 6-leg first 4 on and get horses that are in 20s, 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 20s.
Yeah.
Because it might be a 50k.
Righto, race 5, Group 3, 3-year-old Colts and Geldings, 1,100 metres. This is when it starts to heat up.
Tony Nakuni, 240. Native Soldier and the August, $5. Rock Hard, $7. Longleaf, $7.50. Longer the rest. Mapping wise, Rock Hard and Tony Nakuni go forward. High ratio slots in behind. The rest behind that.
Rock Hard.
Righto. There's one horse here that's clearly a professional amongst these, and that's Longleaf. It's been through all the right races, and when it's actually run, it's generally provided a pretty good account of itself, like the size produce and that sort of stuff. I am surprised at how short Tony Nakoni is, considering it only beat Ruben Blur.
In an off-season race.
Yep, and Ruben Blur was a massive pot by Nick Noonan last week on the show. It's rock bottom at those odds, but the others may not be fit enough. The one I think is big overs, D-Lane aboard, Ollivander. It should have beaten Longleaf second start, and then it had some injury concerns and some
Well, I
worries.
also had Chris Simons steering it.
Yeah, well... So
he goes okay at Caulfield, though.
Oh, Drew, shut the...
He does.
Drew.
Shut the front gate.
Drew, for fuck's sake.
But I thought 1 and 2 clearly were the horses previously that come out of the better form races.
Longleaf's the best type out of those two.
Yep.
But Ollivander's a nice horse.
Our Tony Nakoni, just it's a bit of a query, especially at that price.
Don't you though just wish that Native Soldier doesn't deserve to be the price it is? Don't you wish it was 12s? I would just fucking launch.
Yeah.
There is such a good chance that Weir's improved his horse dramatically. Like, he doesn't get 2-year-olds going, and it was very, very dynamic at 2.
Yeah.
It could jump
For a
out
Weir horse.
It could jump out of the fucking ground here.
100%.
This is a race where I agree with exactly what you're saying. Longleaf's the best type here, the best sort of credentialed horse. It should be as short as anything else, in my opinion. But you just wait and mount out Marl here, like, big time. We'll find one and we'll go hard here.
Yeah. MYM.
High ratio is a beast.
Yeah, he was green as grass at...
Titan Blinders, Corson's, Penjob, Taxi, first up in a decent race at home, Clinton McDonald. Watch the market.
Yeah. Oh, look, if there's a move for 1 or 2, I'll be happy to back either of them.
Tony Nakoni's probably the lay of the day when you just look at it, right?
Well, that's
Streets of Avalon is.
No, so which one are you laying harder here?
Well, Streets of Avalon.
Harder than Tony Nakoni?
You know how much I hated it? It got beaten at, like, I backed it at Great Western in a maiden or somewhere, one of those non-TAB or P2 meetings, and it got fucking beaten. Now it's winning in town. Like, the hatred is just so strong for it.
I got nothing else to add. Move on. Race 6, 1100 metres, Group 3. Sunlight, $3.10. Pippi, $4.20.
Do you want a beer?
Of course he wants another beer.
Grab one out, please.
Right Enough, $11. All double figure odds after that. Really, it's 2-horse race. It's what they're saying with Sunlight, who ran a bold second behind Nature's strip last start.
I wouldn't call it bold.
Still wasn't bad.
Fucking, it's like me running against Usain Bolt.
Still happy to run second.
You just looked at arseholes the whole time. Dicko, do you want to do a...
What you said.
Do you want to... Well, that's what I actually said. The kid themselves taking it... it was a 2-year-old filly at the time against a 3-year-old Entire, or Colt, or Gelding, or whatever. It's not Gelding, it's a Colt, isn't it, Nature Strip? But, there's just a difference in class. Like I've said it before, I like Lane Mares in...
That's why it went to Weir straight away.
Yeah, I'll give you a map real quick. Right Enough, which I believe is relation to Rich Enough. Definitely be going forward. Sweet Rocket going forward. Belzella, like last start, and Semi Sunlight going forward. Causeway Girl's got a really bad run from the 13, I reckon, and even Thrillster even further. That horrible gate.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in this race that I always sort of take into consideration when doing the form. Sunlight was the first time the Victorian way of going, and on that run at Morpheville, I don't think it's good enough to win.
No.
But considering it was the first time going that way, it may improve. I'll be happy to put it in for something, although it does probably map really well from the draw.
Yep.
Blinker's first time, Mark Zara aboard Quafila. Like, it was 280 favourite against Setsuna in the Group 3 in spring. Thundered home against Encryption. It's and then they thought enough of it to run it in the Golden Slipper. It's the value in the race for me. But then again, if it drifts horribly or looks shithouse in the yard, I don't want to be with it. But Dicko might go, yep, this thing looks grouse. Even if it's in his first 4 or 5, numbers or whatever, that's one I'll be going for. This Fidelia, I was impressed by its win at Cranbourne in a maiden, and then
Peter Ellis is doing Griffiths tactics all the time now too, so they're always going to be sort of ridden pretty well.
And I thought it was a better run than Pippi in the race off the videos, at the price, and Rich Enough trialled all right. The thing is with Rich Enough, right enough, it's going to bowl along, probably in front. And sometimes in a 1100 metre junior fillies race, they give up. They just get the shits. It's an open race. The value for me is definitely the 6 with the Blinkers first time. Fidelia's double figures, and I think Right Enough's double figures as well. So I'll just have those 3 inside, and just try and make a round book. And if I get a split, I'll get a split, and just more money for cat food and beer and fishing gear and good shit.
I reckon the Very Beautiful Woman's going to win this race.
Very Beautiful Woman. Nikita Berryman, she scratched.
Sweet Rocket. Big
I
over.
didn't even find that funny. She probably bashed me like she bashed those Marys at Warrnambool one year. Better watch out. Sweet Rocket. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're off your head. You are.
I really like it. I think it should be half the price it is. It'll cross.
You've got serious issues.
I think it's a horse with a little bit of scope here.
It was in the right stable.
It is in the right stable. Her horses have presented quite well, and I think she might be something you can get a little bit out of because of attitudes like his.
It's got nothing to do with attitude. She can't train.
You don't know that yet.
She's been doing it 6 months.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. So that's what I'm trying to. That's a perfect example.
She's doing it 6 months, and she's got a fast net rock.
If
she can't train.
If she could train, if she can train, now's the time to make some money out of it.
Good
Sweet
ride,
Rocket is right in this race. It and Right Enough are the two I want to back. I think Pippi is a better chance than Sunlight. But the other one I don't understand why it's such a big price. Is the 15 Grand Wish.
Yep.
Fair enough. This is a horse in a very, very astute stable. Like, he doesn't bring in a Caulfield.
No, I agree with you.
For a run.
We've spoken about. I like backing David Wright horses here.
The horse's times are genuine. I think the play now, it'll change when I say parade, but we could bet before we get there on the movers here.
This is
Grand Wish, Sweet Rocket, and Right Enough.
If anyone's on the movers and they back Sweet Rocket, please discount that and just don't do it. You fucking have to have rocks in your head.
I know it hasn't been sent out, so...
You know,
I might just send one, just send it to him.
Just to him, yeah.
Jack Dickens tipping this. Jack Dickens couldn't tip me hat to him sometimes. But the one thing about these last two races is it's likely that there's going to be the form, whatever happens, watch the horses that are emerging and hitting the line.
There's going to be 8 horses here that weren't suited.
Yeah, and they're all going to go into better races. I mean, these are the lead-up races that we're looking for the spring, so it's a little bit exciting on Saturday.
Have you sacked Ennis Hill, Drew, now?
So...
It's number one.
You know, I've been quite quiet. I've been quiet on this one. Ennis Hill is sacked, but there is one horse here I think you guys looked over a little bit, and it's Sydney form and Doomben form in Witherspoon. Like, it was placed in Group 3 last prep. This prep, it's run second behind Plaguestone. What price would Plaguestone be here? It'd be single figures.
Yeah, but what price would Plaguestone be if it had the same colour silks as Witherspoon?
I'll roll me eyes at Drew. I'm sorry for acting in a defamatory manner, but fuck Sydney horses. Go on.
Blue Jackets are going pretty well, bringing them down.
Yeah, but it's had a few starts here.
No, its times last start were good, Drew.
Yeah, I just think it's over the odds. I'm not saying it's a moral or anything.
It kind of looks like it's buried back there, though.
I reckon they'll try and push it as hard as they can. But Regan's riding quite well. I'd back him at the moment.
Righto, race 7, the Sir J. Monash P. Lawrence Stakes, 400 metres. Now, who is this race named after? Jonathan, you're the fossil of the...
Sir John Monash. I think he was an early public figure of sorts.
Wasn't he a
explorer?
Wasn't he a leader? He was like a general at Gallipoli, I think.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Well, Monash University over the road is named after the same Sir John Monash, I would be pretty sure.
There was a John Monash at Gallipoli.
Yeah.
Fourth Brigade, maybe. If anyone is into their history,
I'll tell you now.
Let me know if I was right or wrong. 4th Brigade at Gallipoli.
Well, while you look, I'll give you the odds.
Yep.
Grunt is $5 favourite. Hartnell $6. Blackheart Bart $7.50. You got Showtime and Danon Liberty $8, and double figures the rest at the moment. I'll tell you what, Hartnell will be missing me a bit. It'll be the first time I've been in Melbourne and haven't seen him. I mean, I've dumped him for Kementari.
Get that.
How good's Drew's hat? Put your hat on, Drew.
I'm going to be wearing this at Sydney.
You know when you...
Don't wear that in Sydney. We don't support those.
Look at the hat. Look at the hat Drew's got on. He got it out of the Happy Meal. It's a kid size.
I've just been to Dubai. It's like modern Rome over there. They're just enslaving people on disgusting rates to build their concrete jungle of shit.
It's not environmentally friendly either.
Dubai is the most soulless place. I've travelled a little bit. It is the most soulless place we've ever been to. To give you a comparison,
what about Swan Hill?
No, to give you a comparison, the perfect comparison in racing is Racing.com Park.
Yeah.
Really well built, great facility like Dubai, but it's in a place where humans should not inhabit.
What do you mean? It's a great place down in South Gippsland. You're gonna get shot again.
You've never been there.
Pakenham. Been Pakenham heaps of times.
Bullshit, I've never seen you there.
They've been pushed out of the ring. I worked the first meeting ever at Pakenham with Anthony Jupp, and it was 3 degrees.
Yes, that's my point.
Anyway, Sir John Monash was a military commander and a civil engineer.
What brigade was he? Was he the 4th?
Oh, mate, I have to go further into Wikipedia.
Yeah,
right,
not doing that.
So Sir Monash stakes. So did you map this, Drew?
Yeah, Jungle Edge going forward, obviously, with Showtime. Grunt be on the back of them. Boom Time's going forward. Hartnell's going forward, most likely, but they like to snag when I back it. Kings Will Dream from wide has to go forward.
Yep.
Blackheart Buck gets a great run just in behind the
Why
sleeve.
does Kings Will Dream have to go forward? It's first up aimed at the Caulfield Cup.
Because
It's Darren Weir. Do you reckon it's going forward?
Because it's a rolling type of European horse, and that's why it's always been
Okay,
run.
good.
That's what I believe.
Exactly.
I have
but
severe fears of the way they'll ride it in Hartnell.
This race for me, Blackheart Bar has bar plates. Hasn't got the bar plates on at all, apparently, which is a big plus.
I'm going ahead of me all the time here. Should have changed the rundown.
Oh, well, it's the same. Look, Hartnell hasn't got synthetic hoof filler in either.
Yeah.
Big Query, Dan on Liberty, which trialled at Werribee, which I found that big maiden winner out of. The maiden trialled against Peaceful State and Dan on Liberty and got out to $10 at Bendigo in a maiden. Obviously won.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah,
Did tip it to you.
I'm sending you shit every
That
day.
that was quite a few months ago.
Yeah, I remember you talked about it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was good. It was fucking hard in the jogs.
Rock hard.
Kings Will Dream is a fair dinkum serious horse. Don't know what they're doing putting Johnny Allen on it, which is a query.
Well, wasn't Craig Williams committed to ride it down the Caulfield Cup now?
Final 2 runs, I think, on the lead up.
I'd have him on it tomorrow.
One of my horses is in here, and it trialled very well. And I'm with it. Mighty Boss. It's a beautiful horse with this blonde mane. It's a bit like the way I like my Sheila's, big blonde mane.
Well, probably parade like the way you like yours. Big, blonde and fat.
You're fucked in the head. you got real issues. Grunt trialled in the same trial, Showtime.
Not your beautiful missus, just the way you talk.
He's going to show it to her when he gets home now.
She watches every week.
She used to have like real blonde hair, and then she stopped dyeing it and shit, and just not as happy with me anymore. I don't know why. Used to be
Maybe it's
good.
that little like sort of Scott Darby type haircut you've booked in yourself.
She likes
Next thing
this
you'll
shit.
start flogging horses.
She said,
There's the syndication shit going.
do you know what she said to me? She said, she goes, it's only $15. You can go get your hair cut every month if you want. I'm like, all right, thanks for fucking tighten the purse strings. Like, fucking give me a spell. Go down and see my lovely Asian ladies whenever I feel like it. Anyway, there's plenty of chances in this race. I was with Kings Will Dream because I still think it's most of its runs.
Trial. It's trial at Coleraine.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where
I
that
had
is?
it sent to but I had it sent to me today. It was enormous.
Yeah,
It's shit on Blackheart Bar.
it's a fair dinkum horse, Kings Will Dream, and it's as I said, the aggregate winning margin was huge last prep. Because I was at Warrnambool the day it won, and my old man rang me and said, look, this horse has come out of training trials, it's half a champion, just be very careful. And the odds just hemorrhaged. And I'm like, how's this horse coming from Europe going to win over 1,200 first up? You know, and it, like, not how's it going to win. It was, anyway, after that, I'm like, yep. And I backed it every start last campaign, apart from the first. I even took the unders. Complete, utter desperate me. But I marked it on top. I did think Mighty Boss trial well enough.
You just love that horse, don't you?
Yeah, it could have nearly beaten
We'll
Hartnell
never
last
win
time.
another race.
Yeah, we've spoken about this. So I think this race will be the Case Bet Cup, so we'll talk about it later. 11, 12, Big Query, the Japanese horse, down on Liberty. They run super times in Japan, Drew. I know the tracks are fast and that, but they're running... There's a 131.6 mile. Like,
Yeah, but their tracks are harder than when you back that maiden, so...
yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is just general time over there.
They were keen to back it up and Doom, but no, it would have been wet.
Yeah, but I would say that was a second-rate race compared to this one. I mean, I would be backing...
That's what I was saying before, Druzy.
Yeah, but it's... This is a tough race. I'm going with
my point.
Kings Will Dream, Mighty Boss, Big Query down on Liberty, and Showtime's in it. Probably happy to lay Grunt.
First up, I'd lay Grunt.
I would dream of laying Grunt, who's the horse with the most upside in the race.
Yeah.
And Maps to get a nice run. Horses like Hartnell and Kings Will Dream and Dan on Liberty, they're sort of horses I'm scared of. I'm happy to oppose them off their maps. If they go forward, they're going to fucking earn it. and if I own these horses, I don't want to cook them.
No.
So they're probably going to sit 3 or 4 wide. I think Grunt gets a lovely run. But the horse who gets the best run in his second up trial between runs was in the same trial as Kingswell Dream. Didn't trial as good, but never really does. Is Blackheart Bard. I think each way is a really strong bet for me. This is obviously a really good race, but you're getting the sort of right price to have a little 1x3 play each way.
I think Grunt's short enough though.
That's what I'm saying. I think Grunt's a really good horse, the most exciting horse in the race, but I don't want to back it.
But it's as I said, as favourite, I'm happy to look because we actually speak about this.
But this is
regularly enough.
But this is when
Different between a bookie and a punter.
Yeah, this is why the racing's getting so good. This is the sort of race where the three of us have no fucking idea what the market's going to do, and it'll do something here. Grunt might start 290.
If it starts
You know what I mean?
290, I'll lay the shit out of it.
Yeah, but that sort of shit will happen on Saturday. It might not be Grunt, but there'll be horses.
Whatever horse of Weir's starts hemorrhaging, they're the ones I don't want to be part of. The biggest hemorrhage recently was like Voodoo Lad when it just caved in that day against Jukebox and that, and then just obviously pissed in. Like Weir's got such a stranglehold on this race.
Yeah.
Whichever one he's got set for it.
Well, I've made plenty of inquiries before we send it as a movie, but probably after talking about it, I'll have to send it anyway. But I totally agree. Like I'm really keen Blackheart Bard each way, but I'd love to see some market support.
We've been talking like Drew. Let's get this on.
Quick question.
Nah. He's allowed to have a question. Go.
Mickey Price. Do you trust him when he talks to the media? Because he's.
I don't. You care for the media. You like haze mail and shit. Just watch them parade and watch the market.
Yeah.
The market doesn't lie. Trainers lie, and they also don't know what they're doing.
At the moment, he's saying Grunt would be his third pick in the race.
He's going for Mighty Boss then, isn't he?
Fucking Mighty Boss.
Yeah.
We'll never win. It won one race like 12 months ago.
What are we betting that Mighty Boss will never win another race in his career? Like a monkey or something? It's a bit like when I've done my money to my brother, Richard V. Carlton, who will win a premiership first. We had to wait 10 years. We had to pay him a fucking monkey. I paid him the day after, little shit.
Have a couple of cases.
Mighty Boss no good. Grunt's a good horse. I don't think Mick Price really knows or cares. Just hopes they will run well. Like, just let the market tell you in the yard.
I think I'm hoping you'll see in the yard that it's just.
If this was Gay Waterhouse saying what Mick Price did, you just fucking pen it and not worry about the shit that dribbles from her lips.
I'd like to hear her say this is going to win the Golden Slipper because she's actually.
She says that every year about 8 horses.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
right, go to race 8.
That's the reason.
Race 8.
It's going too long.
1,200 metres, listed handicap, 4-year-olds and up.
Yep. So Osborne Bulls 320, Brave Song 420, Innkeeper 550, Roderson $7, Bella Martini $7.50.
Androsen. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, Androsen for $7.
Drossen.
Yeah.
God, it's a hard name.
Sheriff John's Zone 26s. Okay.
Big odds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speed. Androsen with the blinkers on goes forward with Innkeeper.
Have you seen it trial though? Like it
was trial shit house, but it didn't have blinkers
on. They have to push it to get it going.
It didn't have the blinkers on in the trial.
Okay.
Gets them on in the race.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Drew.
Sheriff Johnstone can roll forward. Bella Martini's quick.
Bella Martini and Innkeeper I had mapped in front.
Sheriff will try and settle forward. Oregonsdale from Toosby. I'd just mention to you when you're away, Innkeeper's last run, I would say that it was, from the different opinions in the yard, it was at its complete top. So what it's run there, it probably won't improve on. Just so you know.
Innkeeper SP, like, it was drifting non-favourite, and Wise Hero was back into favourite at Caulfield 2 months ago. Right? Yeah. Now they're getting into serious races.
Yeah.
I'll be very careful of it at that price.
Righto.
I thought Brave Song was very good last week, just got a little bit lost down the straight. Wouldn't be surprised if it won, but I think Murahib is the overs in the race. Keen to back it each way. 1x3 again. Again, it's a hard race. Like
Dicko's looked at his book before.
Big horses here. Like Land of Plenty is a gun. Oregon's Day Trial big can win. I'm happy to oppose Osborne Bull, so I could end up dutching the race pretty hard because this thing's short price favourite.
Thanks, Walshy, for giving me all the mail.
I can't read your scribble.
Fucking imbecile. Yeah, if Voodoo Lad was in this race, what odds?
$1.80.
$1.80. So Brave Song was very good behind Voodoo Lad down the straight, third run in. I think it's going to be very hard to beat. Land of Plenty, big query horse. And obviously, Murahib, Damien Oliver on, apparently jumped out well. and is probably overs at $12. Osmond Bulls, once again, going the Melbourne way the first time. Its Sydney trial was hard to rate because Super 2 just went out so hard, which is typical Super 2. But I could see Brave Song starting favourite in this race, and I'm very happy to be with Brave Song. Regan Bayliss is a fair dinkum jockey. I'm with Brave Song.
Drew, anything?
I just think Sheriff John Stone's the overs in the race along with Miraquib. I agree with both you guys on Miraquib, and the stable are keen on it.
Race 9, 600 metres open handicap. This is the worst race of the day.
It's not great. Call Me Handsome, 340.
No interest in it.
Navacoldi, 550. Plain Ciel, $4. Muscatime, $8. Longer the rest.
Okay.
Mapping wise, who do you think leads? I think Harrison and Jack and Obey are the two obvious ones, but then you got Tried and Tied and Kenjwood probably the ones
Call Me
pushing
Handsome
it.
can roll forward from the wide gate.
They'll have to, but they're not. It's not a back marker, so they'll have to try and slot in.
This was a race where I wouldn't expect to get any units from the Manly Mail sent.
My guide says don't work, and I marked him in market order 573, which is Plain Seal, Call Me Handsome, and Mask of Time. This seems like a bit more of an off-season race to me, where the better horses just seem to win. Plain Seal ran up at Mildura, so it sort of tells me looking for a good track.
If they
Call Me Handsome's really suited probably, and Mask of Time may be a better horse, but it's going to get well back.
If there's a clear track pattern, you could maybe try and find an angle, but you'd be forcing it, and you want to force it last race of the day.
Hopefully it'll fall as a state school by then anyway, so we don't need to worry about this sort of shit. Just go home.
I think we'll just be collecting on this race with Jack and Obey 1 by 3, boys. That's the way in the last, I reckon.
Righto.
Yeah.
What do we do now? Any viewer questions, Drew?
Yeah, got a heap of viewer questions, so let me just pull them up.
How long have we gone for?
Nah, don't worry, I'm going to go through a couple.
What?
So, Capital J.
46, fucking hell.
Capital J, first, he's got 4 questions. First of all, where is my merch, Rusev?
Capital J, I'm on to him. I'm back. I'm gonna
Did
ride
you
him.
sell it on eBay? I've already explained, we batch them, so
Well, he did go his usual joint when he's cashed up the other
Hey,
day.
Drew's been winning that much money. That Crockett was fat as. I know they got up him on Twitter, but yeah, Drew, you've had a pretty good run the last fortnight, haven't you?
it's been going well.
Even afforded a shave. Everything's going real grouse.
Didn't get himself a new fucking shirt though.
Yeah.
I bought him one in Europe. Honest to God.
You
I
should
bought
just
him
go
a
down and
shirt.
get a stylist, Drew. Just say, look, I'm getting ready for the spring carnival. I can fix,
I
get
bought
this
you
up and
I bought you
going.
a shirt in Europe.
Okay.
But I fucking left it in Europe. No bullshit.
That's quite
I left
hilarious.
so much shit.
Righto,
over there.
question 2.
Passports got left in Singapore.
How the fuck did you get home?
At the car, you got no idea.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Don't stir him up,
Yeah,
mate.
fair enough. What beard oil do you use, Dicko? Your beard is glorious.
None.
None?
I condition it once a week. Shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
It's more so to soften it up, because if you've got a partner and you go to kiss her, it's like a bit of a steel wool without that.
Fair call. Walshy, what is your secret to retaining your young boyish looks? Are you a vampire?
No, I fucking sit in the office. Sit in the office all day. I don't know. You haven't seen me up close, mate.
It's not good.
Fucking give me a spell.
Question 4, still losing on the punt. Can you give me a free tip?
Yeah. Oh, we spoke
We've
to
just done them all.
Jared, but basically you got to stick to what you know.
I think he wants to tip on a horse.
A tip on a horse. Well,
We've just done the whole show.
That'll come out in a minute. So the tips haven't been too bad lately. I was a bit dirty last week. Al Galil looked like it was just going to brain them, and then just got beaten in the head or something. So that wasn't much fun for me. Any other funny shit there, Drew?
Powerball tonight, 100 mil. You guys have tickets?
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah, I do.
No, Dicko's not winning.
No, I think it's not
no.
winning.
So,
I brought this question up. What I will do,
What would you do?
probably not tell anyone for a bit. Put it into trust.
I asked that
Yeah,
question this
yourself.
morning. Everyone's saying that wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh no, I would tell someone after I sorted out any affairs.
Yeah.
I'd like to go and buy a big commercial property somewhere close to the city, where we could run just a fucking bordello of sickness. It could house finance, it could house punting, it could house drinking. It'd just be like,
What else?
it'd be like Wishy Walshy's office space, and just let everyone in.
The House of the Wish.
Yeah.
Is this
And
like
just
the
sit in.
Playboy Ranch in Vegas?
It'd be like that video I sent you on about that bloke Pike in Ibiza.
Pikey.
And I'm just like, oh no, Now listen.
Doesn't
boys.
it make you question everything you've done in your life when you watch that sort of stuff?
Oh, not really. I don't know about the fucking Freddie Mercury part, but
Oh, God, you're a homophobe, aren't you?
anyway, but yeah, I went into my.
How do you know you don't like Chinese food until you've eaten Chinese food?
Well, okay, why don't you bend over and I'll stick my fist in your mouth and tell me what that feels like. So you tell me if you like it or not, and we'll go from there, eh? So, anyway, going back to that stuff, I win it. It'd be pretty fat, like shit. But I don't know if I'd be able to do the show anymore. Why would I punt? I've got 100 million. It'd just fuck it'd be fat.
Why would you punt?
You'd just be punting
If
100 grand.
If I won 100 million, I would use 2 of it to buy a house, and then my week would be almost exactly the same as it is now.
You couldn't get on though. Like it'd be pointless. It's like
No, that's.
why don't you
I'm
have
doing
$5?
exactly what I'm doing
Why
now.
don't you have $5 on a horse at the moment? Why don't you, when you bet, how come your units aren't $5?
Because I want to win a certain amount.
Exactly. Now, you would not. All your units get out of whack because if you go to these races and you go, okay, I'm having 10,000 on this as a unit because you're $100 million bank.
No, I wouldn't change the units. I'd still be.
I'd actually sit there.
I'd still be betting. I'd be going to like Sandown. Oh yeah, Sandown's on and going.
Yeah.
When I go Friday night, can't wait.
When
I
I
do
say
the exact same thing. My week would be the same with a bit more golf. And
when I say
other
the
things
commercial property would be there as a haven for my business interests, which would be wide and varied. While I'm sitting out fishing and wanking off and just doing fun shit. It's just simple.
What would you do, Drew?
50 million property. I'd be straight on to sugardaddy.com. Get me 2 girls.
Gee.
Yes! Fuck yes! How good?
About 30, you can just blow 30 of it on whatever you want to do, and
On blow. You would.
well, whatever you want to do is what I'm saying.
Right, 8:30 tonight. I think.
Blow is good. Alright, anything else?
Nah, that's all. Looking
That's
forward
all
to the
of it.
weekend.
Righto, all the best bets, lays, all that sort of shit.
Case bet cup.
Case bet cups and Monash
Drew,
Stakes.
you're hosting. What do we got? What is it?
I'm taking Mighty Boss. There'll be no arguments there.
Well,
Have
you
it.
can have Mighty Boss, mate.
Do you want Hartnell, Drew?
No. I will have. Jeez, who's not going to run last?
Which horse?
Drew, that is a wrong attitude. I know you owe the bloke because you picked Trident Tide and serve yourself right. Come on, mate.
Alright, I'll take.
Why not take Hartnell? That's fine.
Well, is Kingswell Dream's longer than Black Heart, but
Yeah, you're getting 14s.
I'll take Kingswell Dream.
Yep. All right, so in for that. I've already completely said it. Lay of the Day's Streets of Avalon for me.
Lay of the day for me is Tony Nakoni.
Yep.
Mine as well.
Okay. I'm happy to back Brave Song. I think it will start favourite. I think it's got a very, very good hope.
I don't have a best. I have 3 small each way players I like. Race 9, Jackanow Bay. Race 8, Sheriff Johnstone. But the one that I like the most is race 4, Divine Mistrati.
Okay.
Best value play is, for me, is backing Michelle Payne's horse. Where is it?
He
Sweet
doesn't,
Rocket.
he
Race
doesn't
6.
even want to say the name for you.
Race 6, number 19, Sweet Rocket. Race 6, number 15, Grand Wish. And race 6, number 9, Right Enough. Just have a little bit more 3. They're all fat odds. Best bet for me is Blackheart Bart each way.
Okay, and I'm also tipping Got the Goss as my value bet, $26 to have some small interest. All right, happy punting, boys. We're all tied up.
Yep.
Tucked in.
Caulfield, Randwick, Belmont, Manning Yards. Movers still 2 spots available.
The Mountain Yard the last couple of weeks has been turning a good little profit. So,
Been going well.
Yeah,
in all
all-
so how much are we up for? What's the pricing?
All the results are on the website. They'll probably change soon too, once you fill it up a bit.
Yeah.
Every result's on the website though. It's 3 individual products from Sydney, Melbourne and Perth that are all in profit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Now,
don't underrate that.
what are they charging?
So it depends what you're wanting. So if you want all
All
of it,
3. How much all 3?
you get 44.
44.
So
Pay
you're
the
getting
44.
2 to 3 meetings from Melbourne,
Yep.
2 from Perth, and at least 1 from
That's a
Sydney
weekly.
every
$44
week.
weekly.
Yeah. So
Now, if
when Moonee Valley comes in rotation, that'll go on to Melbourne.
what about if you're sitting down the pub on Saturday afternoon with your mates? How much for 3 meetings Saturday pack?
Don't have it.
Don't you?
No.
So what do you, so it's $44.
Yeah. It's the only product out there, like, it's accountable betting advice.
But if you're going down, like, there's a lot of mates of mine, like, because we've all got similar interests, they're like, fuck this. They go down the pub, 2 o'clock, watch the footy, just put in $20 each, or $10 each between 4 of yous, and just get the $44 and sit down and you can punt your heart's content all day.
And I can tell you...
Watch, drink,
half of them
because the individual packs, it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but just
he's got to admin all that shit.
Just split it between us. If you know you and your mates always go down the pub on a Saturday, just put the money in and split it up, and then it comes through. Everyone sees the text, goes, "You're on this, boys."
Or do your best yourself. Something wrong with that. That's how you get better as well.
There are quite a few that we had. I think 1 or 2 come up to us. I'd say in the past 6 months, say, "Oh yeah, I'm just at the pub," and I get the text through and give it to the mates and. I'm a genius if it fucking wins, so it's not even tell them that he's getting it.
Yeah, well, everyone does that.
Yeah. All right, good as gold. All the best. All the breast. Away we go.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Cheers, guys.